Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with legendary Larry Bird Trash Talk Stories revealed. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Let's jump in.
While you're there in Boston, you play alongside the Bird, Larry. What was most memorable stories with Larry that you can tell us about? Because we all know how notorious of a shit talker he was.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, how much shit he talked, right? Because I thought when I first got there, and having grown up on the West Coast and always pulled against the Celtics when they were playing against the Lakers, you know, during the Showtime days, I was like, man, they letting this white boy who can't jump, who's not athletic, killed him like that. He ain't that damn good until I got there.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the first practices, he told me and Reggie Lewis, he said, I want to play you guys 1-on-2, up to 7, right? And so, come on, man. He was like, the only catch is I get the ball first. So me and Reggie look at each other, we like, yeah, all right, man, whatever. So the next thing you know, it's 6-0.
Yeah.
Right? We ain't even touched the ball yet. He hits his first 6 shots.
Yeah.
So when it got to be 6-0 and we go into 7, we like, because it would be like one of us would guard him and another one would be ready to try to get the rebound. So we was like, fuck that. We double teamed him.
Yeah.
He finally missed. We got the ball. And then we just kind of played keep away from him. We end up coming back and winning 7-6. So then I was like, and that was one of my early experiences with him. I was like, okay, all right, he got a little bit more than what I thought he had. Then when we started playing, he was cooking everybody, but talking shit and telling them about it. And Kevin McHale was a bad motherfucker too. And he used to talk a lot of shit. So they would.
I didn't know Kevin talk like that. I knew Larry. Everybody know Larry. He's legendary for talking like that, dog. I didn't know Kevin was talking like that. I do know Kevin was a bad mother. I do know he was great, but I didn't know he was talking like that, right?
And I'll share this quick story. We were playing Utah, and back then you score on a play, you just keep running it again until they stop it. So I would have to hit Reggie, go through, set a cross screen for Larry, and Karl Malone was guarding Larry. Larry was killing him. Kevin McHale was locking Karl Malone up on the other end, and Larry was talking about, yeah, we two bad white boys, ain't we? So I remember going across, setting the screen on Karl the first time. Larry came off, caught it, scored. As we were running back down the court, Karl Malone said, young fella, you set a screen on me again like that, I'm gonna knock your head off your shoulders. The whole time I'm running down court, I'm like, damn, is he really gonna do this shit? And I know we're about to run the play again, right? Because we just scored on him. So I hit Reggie again. I go across to set the pick. I'm standing in the middle of the lane. Larry cuts off, and I see Karl rear his forearm back like this, so I'm standing in. I'm like, is this motherfucker really gonna try to do it? And he came through, and at the last second, I jumped out the way, and I was like, damn, he really? Yeah. And he was gonna take it out on me because Larry was busting his ass, busting his ass and talking shit. But that story.
Yeah, I would have had to jump out the way too. Karl Malone is a very, very big guy. Why was Karl even guarding Larry Bird? Like, ain't Karl a center, bro? And he was guarding Larry Lit. I guess couldn't nobody on their team guard Larry Bird. So, like, really couldn't nobody in the league guard Larry Bird. So, I guess you just tried whatever you could.
Story and the last one that stuck out with me, as a rookie, we were staying at the Howard Johnson's Motel by Fenway Park. And Larry came and got all the rookies that were trying out for the team and took us to dinner. And so we're sitting at dinner. We can't believe, like, Larry Bird is actually taking us out. And we said, hey, where is it that we can go out down here in Boston tonight? He said, go to the Ramrod. It's a club right across the street from the motel.
Ramrod. Yeah.
So the name right there, right, the Ramrod, I'm like, that don't sound right, right?
Sound a little fishy.
So we get back, we wait until it gets a little bit later and shit, come out the motel, and across the street is the club, the Ramrod. So we come out and look, and it's a long ass line waiting to get in. So we walk across the street, it's dark out. It's all dudes in black leather and motorcycles and shit,
Nah.
but all not one single woman.
Yeah.
So we like, and the club is called the Ramrod.
Hilarious.
So we was like, oh, okay. He was trying to do us dirty. So when we got to practice the next day in training camp, he was cracking up,
Yeah.
you know, but that's where he sent it. So he had a great sense of humor. He talked a lot of shit, but a great teammate as a young player to come up and, you know, learn under and teach you the right way to do things. And you know, because you played in Indiana when he was the president there. You know what kind of dude he was.
Yeah. No, he was definitely a prankster. He was, you know, I had stories with him where, you know, I had some stuff that went on in my early career with, you know, I had this catfish situation, and
wow.
he texted me the picture that got leaked, and it was just funny him being, you know, the president and the relationship that we had. But that was him, man. He was just a prankster, and you know, he would have his days. I will say that. Some days, you know, not to fuck with Larry. But then, you know, for the most part, he was, you know, he was pretty cool and chill.
We've heard the rumors that Larry would actually be offended if another white guy would be guarding him. Was that true? And do you have any stories of him kind of complaining about that?
That's definitely true. He definitely took it as an insult if you put a white dude on him. And one example that I can remember, we were playing Phoenix Suns. I think Cotton Fitzsimmons was their head coach. And they had a pretty good player, white dude named Tom Chambers. That could, I don't know if you guys remember him jumping over Mark Jackson when he dunked the ball. And Tom Chambers was guarding, and Larry caught the ball in front of their bench. And like just turned around and just had a full-on conversation with Cotton Fitzsimmons and their coaching staff. Y'all really gonna try to disrespect me like this?
Oh,
y'all gonna put
God.
this white dude on me and think that
That's crazy, dog. But that's Larry. Like, when you got that much confidence and you got the game to back it up, bro, you can say and do what you want. You feel me?
he could guard me, and then just turned around and just shot a jumper in his face and just went down court, you know, shaking his head. But like stuff like that was just commonplace, you know. But he definitely felt insulted if you tried to put a white dude on.
That's funny.
We wanted to take a brief break from the episode to let you know that Prize Picks has got you guys covered.
I feel like that's the end of the. Yeah, they just talking about Prize Picks at that point. I use Prize Picks. I mean, it's a dope app. Win some money. You can also lose a lot. So be careful. But that was dope hearing more stories about the legendary Larry Bird, especially from someone who was on his team, and then Paul George, who was on the team when he was president of the Indiana Pacers. That's really dope. If you guys have a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon, drop it in the comment section, or in the description section. It's a premium request link. It's your boy DDL out.